Hello, welcome to part 2 in this 5-part series on the top 5 mistakes that users make when they are using Illustrator. In this second episode, we're going to be looking at color modes and the different color modes that are available to you when you're working in Illustrator. Whether you're using Illustrator to create web graphics or for print work, you need to be aware of the different color modes that are available and what color mode is correct for what use. So let's get started by opening up a document and taking a look at these things called color modes. When we're working in Illustrator, there are two main color modes that we can work from. If I come up to File and scroll down to Color Mode, Document Color Mode, you can see there I've got those two options between CMYK and RGB. As we discussed earlier, the CMYK color mode is the preferred mode for print documents. So if you are planning on sending this to a commercial printer or to a digital printer, then you'll choose CMYK. RGB is best for when we're working on web. So we get more of a range of colors when we're working with RGB, and we can get more iridescent colors as well, but they will only be that way when you're working for screen, because with screen work it's backlit, so we have the color being produced by light, whereas with CMYK, because it's print based, we're dealing with physical pigment on the page and you don't get the same range of colors nor the same brightness. Now when it comes to adding colors into your document, I've set this document up as a print document in CMYK. So if I wanted to add new colors into my document, the best way to do that is through the swatches panel, which I currently have open. In order to get to the swatches panel, if you don't have it open, just go up to Window and then scroll down to swatches to open it up. So to add additional colors into the default swatches that I have here, I can do that from the drop down menu on the right and choose New Swatch. Now it's from within here that I can choose from the different types of color swatches that we have available. Now here where we have color type, you can see I have two options available from here, spot color or process. Spot colors are essentially specialty inks, things like Pantone colors you may have heard of before, or varnishes. And then process colors are our traditional print colors made up of or composed of CMYK, cyan, magenta, yellow and black. So in terms of the color mode from the swatch drop down, if I click on that, you can see I've got a number of different color modes available. Now the key ones to be mindful of are the RGB color modes, for once again when you're working for screen, and then when we're working within a print environment, we've got CMYK. You also have hue, saturation and brightness and LAB as well, but we'll just focus on the CMYK and RGB for this tutorial. So when I add my CMYK from the drop down, I've then got my values over here on the left hand side, my cyan, magenta, yellow and black, and on the right I can type in percentages for each of these values in order to get the hue that I'm looking for. Now it's really up to you in terms of how you want to add this. You can add it based on viewing this on screen by dragging the little sliders across. If you know the values of the color that you're looking for, then you can type it in here. I often use a Pantone swatch kit, which helps give me a really good indication of what this color is going to look like when it comes time to print. Often judging the color on screen can lead to discrepancies between what you're seeing on screen, because screens are RGB, compared to how it will actually print when it's converted to CMYK. So once you're happy with the color that you've got showing up here in the swatch, it's a case of coming down and clicking on OK, and it will now add that swatch into my swatches panel, as you can see here. Now if you do want to add specialty inks such as Pantone color, then you can do that from your swatches panel, but in the lower left hand corner I've got my libraries, and if I click on that lower left button for libraries, I can go down to color books, and it's underneath color books that you've got a myriad of color libraries that are available to you. Probably the most common color book available would be the Pantone solid coated colors. If I scroll down to this Pantone to open it up, as you can see here, it now lists all of the Pantone colors that are available from within that library. So normally I would have a Pantone swatch kit handy that would have the number allocated to every color swatch that's available within the Pantone library. And I would just type in the number that I was after and the available swatch would appear. I'll just type in a random number for now. There we go. Select that, and as you can see, it's now added that into my swatches panel up the top, and I'm ready to start using that Pantone color within my artwork. Bear in mind, when you're using Pantone colors, they do come at an added cost when it comes time to print, so you do want to keep them to a minimum. We normally use Pantones for branding projects when it's imperative to get that color right for the branding across your document. So hopefully that's shed some light on the color modes that are available from within Illustrator. You can change the color mode of your document, as we saw, by going up to File and then scrolling down to my document color mode options and selecting between CMYK and RGB. And then when it comes to adding color swatches within our within our document, we do it from the drop down to add a new color swatch, and it's from here that we can decide whether to add an RGB or a CMYK or any of the other available color modes that are available in our swatches. So that finishes up our look at color in Illustrator today, and I look forward to seeing you in the next Illustrator video tutorial.